Previously on building Benny's movie park. Starting of course with the rocks, because nothing has changed really. I kind of like how it's a little bit see-through. And then here I'm going to extend the building just a little bit. Then here there's going to be a giant wheel, which will basically be pulling everything up. I really actually like what we did here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to building Benny's movie park. Today we're gonna do a very early sip. That doesn't have the same effect, does it? Anyway, we're gonna build some pretty epic stuff today, so let's get straight into it. I say that, but I did not prepare whatsoever, so I don't actually know what we're gonna build. But let's see what am I gonna build? I know what I'm gonna build. I'm gonna start working on the river rapids right here, because I just feel like this looks incredibly lame. It just hurts my eyes. And we gotta start at some point, so it may as well be today. The only sad thing is that it's basically gonna be just rocks. A lot of rocks, once again. Now, this time I actually want to make sure there's more than just rocks. It's gonna have to be a little bit... We need some variety, that's the point. However, on this first bit, we do need some rocks, so let's put some tiny ones right down here. And then behind this little bump here, we're gonna start doing some different kind of stuff. I'm not sure what, but I guess we'll think of something. Just filling up this little area here. I think it'd be nice if right here there's just like a flat kind of plane where we can build some actual, like, built elements. Built elements. Right. I, of course, mean elements that are built by people. Like maybe a little house or some stalls or just stuff. Or like an abandoned tiny part of a town. That could be cool as well. Then here I'm kind of fading these rocks out into this new landscape by just kind of pushing them straight into the ground. There you go. And of course there's also these small ones still. We can use those as well. There you go. Not gonna lie though, this does actually look pretty nice. It's a pretty clean transition, I feel like. And we like clean transitions. I don't know what's happening today, but everything is going wrong. Just... I said I didn't want to spend too much time doing rocks again, but here I am doing rocks again. We should probably just sometime do a stream, just a rock placing stream, where I just place rocks, like only rocks, and basically just fill out the entire area. We can even invite the boys to make it at least a little bit enjoyable. Hey, look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. These right here are the only rocks I really... Oh, that is unfortunate. For now, though, I do want to get some of these rocks done to make sure that looks at least a little bit acceptable. It's just very annoying that it's so close to the border of the park, as you can see, so we can't really go too far out. But I guess something like that isn't too bad. It's a bit clean, but oh well. We just have to add some more like this to add some detail to that. See, just like this. There you go. That is not so bad at all. I like that quite a lot. The train track is kind of in the way of my view, which is very annoying. Here you go. I have now isolated this area just a little bit so we can build something fun here. Let's see. You know what I just realized? This whole thing is basically going to be covered by the supports of the coaster, which is just fantastic. I mean, it's good that I made this open area then, but there's not much we can do with it, so I guess let's just put one of these carts here and move on. This thing, like a wagon. Genius. Amazing. I love it. Here you go, and we're gonna tilt it a little bit so it's nicely at an angle. There you go. We can even put some little details inside of there, like a crate and a little pot. There you go. Just something fun. Ugh. Yuck. I just accidentally painted in this god-awful color. Wait a minute. There you go. That is better. Okay. And you know what? I'm also gonna put some crates outside of that thing to kind of add even more crates. Whatever. I'm thinking though it may be fun to add some poles on the side here that kind of goes around this little edge. Just a little bit of a fun detail to the edge, because otherwise it's pretty basic on its own. Just like that. All the way to right here. There you go. And then we just need to add some horizontal bars, just like so. Nothing too crazy. And then to kind of complement that fence on the other side, I will add a stone wall that is literally just against the side of the ride to make sure it's really nicely boxed in, so to speak. Just like so. There, it looks pretty nice. Just finishing that up on this side, just all the way to right here. What if we made this a little bit of a lighter color and then maybe grass? As if this is like dead grass, basically, like this. Is that maybe a bit much, maybe? Or just closer to the stones, like this? I mean, I don't mind that actually. That is not bad. Although I feel like we do have to fade this out on the side here to brick, stone, rock. I mean, wow. Basically just doing this kind of stuff. Or maybe this is better, it's a bit more smooth. You know what, this is fine actually. I like this, because this makes it just a tiny bit different than the rest, yet still there is plenty of room for the supports for the kiddie coaster. Now, I do want to add some little more detail here though, but that's nothing special, just some rocks like this. Then on to the next thing. Right here, I'm slowly gonna make my way down to the next turn, that being this one right here. Oh no, oh that is a problem. Just like this, I am making a very nice rounded shape around the track, or the water. And the fact that the shape of the track is kind of parallel with the track above, the train track, I think we could do some pretty cool stuff with that. Not sure what yet, but maybe something comes to mind. I do of course have to add a little detail to this at least, because without that it looks incredibly weird and way too clean. So let me just add some more rocks. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening, honestly? I remember saying at the beginning of this literal episode that I wouldn't place too many rocks, but here we are. You know what's very depressing to think about? Is that one day I'm gonna place a rock, and that will be the last rock that I ever place. That's just something I thought about. Now that I'm busy anyway, I may as well just kind of connect these two, like right here. I'm gonna have to do that at some point, so it may as well be now. There you go, just really big pieces, big blocks, and then later we can add some more detail to that. This is starting to look real nice though, isn't it? I'm also very curious what the supports are gonna look like for the coaster. I feel like we're gonna have to go pretty crazy with those, since this is technically some sort of wooden roller coaster. And as you know, wooden roller coasters have these crazy supports. So hopefully we can make something like that without it being too much work. But probably not, let's be honest. Ooh, and using these spheres, I will add some grass on top of this rocky hill, rocky mountain, tiny thing, whatever you call it. Just like this, nice and round. We just have to paint this that same grass color. There you go. I'll just finish this tiny bit right here, so that's all nice and connected. But then I'm actually done. Done placing rocks for today. Look at that. This area is finally getting some actual shape. I like that a lot. Let's go and add some water elements on the sides here, like little waterfalls. Could be fun. For example, right here maybe. We just have to make a little bit of a hole, I guess, where that comes from. And that same exact thing here as well seems pretty damn epic. You are gonna get super wet in this, but I guess that's kind of the point. I have been recording for literal hours, and this guy is still in the boat. I guess this really is a ton of fun. And then this I'm gonna fill up with some black stuff to make sure it looks like it's an actual hole. And what if on this side we try buckets? I have no idea if that's gonna look nice at all, because it may it may become a little bit wonky. But maybe if we do it like this? I mean, this isn't too bad. It's a bit strange, but it's okay. Especially if we put some rocks right next to it and around it, that actually doesn't look all that bad. There you go. Just like that. Yeah, it's okay. You know what? I just really feel like building the supports on this area at least already, because I'm just curious if we can do that. I have a bad feeling about this. I think this is going to take absolutely years to finish. But I'm gonna try a little bit and see what happens, I guess. Besides, when have I ever shied away from doing insane stuff, like entire mountains of rocks, for example? See, the thing is, this is gonna be a ton of work, but it will look amazing if this works. That's pretty important detail. Okay, so now I have this row complete, and I'm gonna try to add the horizontal and cross bars, so to speak, and just kind of see exactly how tedious that is going to be. The worst thing about it is that all of it is pretty much random. None of it is snapped, so it is... Oh my god. I don't even want to imagine how long this will take. I don't. Then for every single row, I'm gonna have to individually rotate them to a correct angle. Oh my god, dude. This is going to be a tremendous amount of pain. And I don't even know if it's gonna look nice. Okay, guys, we have good news and bad news. The good news is it does look pretty sweet. The bad news is this is gonna be nearly impossible to finish. Okay, guys, I now have this first section done. This has taken far too long, but the worst part of this whole thing is that the other side, I still have to do the other side. I'm already in a tremendous amount of pain, and I'm only halfway there, and then there's the entire rest of the track. I will literally die. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, for some reason this second side just didn't take as long at all, and I feel like I could potentially maybe go through with this, but take that with a pinch of salt, just like everything else I ever say on this channel, because I simply don't know if I will. And if I actually decide to do it, then it will probably be happening in the same stream as all the rocks. So that is that is fun, I guess. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that looks, I mean, it looks fantastic, but is it worth it? I don't know. I guess that's for another day to decide. It does connect pretty neatly with the bridge, so I like that a lot. I'm just curious to see if this support structure is gonna work on this bit, because obviously that's gonna be a bit of a mess, I think. But I guess we'll just have to see how that goes. The inside of this tunnel, I think, would be great if it's a gold mine. The gold mine in the area, because obviously there was always gonna be a gold mine here. The question was where. I think this is a nice place to have the gold mine idea. Technically, it would make a little bit more sense if it was an actual coaster, because, you know, a gold mine usually has mine carts and stuff. But that is why I think it's fun to do it this way, because then it's something different, something unique. I would also like to add that obviously it's not gonna stay this bare. This isn't gonna be the type of desert that is completely devoid of life. There will be trees and some bushes and some nice stuff, but I just haven't really touched on that yet, so I guess that's something for a next episode as well. But yeah, I think this is a bit of a shorter episode than usual. I'm sorry for that, but I just don't have as much time this week, sadly. However, if you still enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell not to miss a single video, and then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of Building Benny's Movie Park 2.